guys, today I'm going to talk about the books I plan to read this fall. I don't know about you guys, but fall is one of my favorite times to read. There is nothing better than waking up in the morning with a hot cup of coffee, read a book, or even just before bed with a hot cup of tea or cider and just dive into a good book. When I think to past falls, I'm always very nostalgic for them, and it mostly centers around the books I read. I'm going to go in today and kind of talk about here are the books I plan to read this fall. So first off, and this is a book I'm already currently reading, that's why I'm going to go for it first. And this one I actually did get from the library, so that's why it's like this. But House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J Maas. Guys, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not a huge fan of the Crescent City series. I read the first one. It was super slow for me. And then the last part really picked up. I really liked it. But then I heard a lot of reviews with the second one. So I actually audiobooked the second one. And I'm really glad I did because I didn't see myself really reading it. So now I'm reading the third book. And the only reason why I'm reading the third book, spoiler real quick, guys, there is a crossover here. I won't say what world. No, you probably already know. And so I really like the series the crossover takes place in. And so that's why I'm reading it. I will admit I've actually really liked it. I'm only on page 150 right now, but I've really enjoyed it. It's a huge book, guys. I don't even know how I'm gonna finish it. But also, I wanted to read it in September because back when I was a junior in college, I got really into Sarah J Maas's books. I mean, I read the Throne of Glass series already, and that's kind of when I picked up the Court of Thorn Roses series. I read the first one a long time ago, and then I just didn't read the second one. And so I read the second and third one, and it was just super nostalgic now, thinking back on that, just being so immersed in the books. So I'm really happy I was able to save this book for September, just to kind of bring back the vibes. I don't know, but guys, I really enjoyed this book. I don't want to explain too much of it without spoiling things. Yeah. Okay, next book I'm going to read, and this is a reread, and I'm actually currently audiobooking it. It's Caraval, I think how you pronounce it. I've heard it as Caraval, so I don't know. But it's by Stephanie Garber, guys. Guys, this is like the best book to read in fall, I would say. Fall and winter is a great time to read this book. It's so good. I read it back in 2019, and it was just one of those books I just felt fully immersed in. Like, I felt like I forgot I was reading. When I tried to reread this, I couldn't, but that's just a me thing. I could never really reread books. There's been very few books I've been able to sit down and reread. So I've been audiobooking, guys, and I love it so far, but it was kind of cool after reading the whole series, just going through the book and just seeing like my little notes I wrote back like 5 years ago. So it's been fun. If you don't know what Caraval is, so there's these two sisters and they get a ticket, someone called Master Legend, and he runs the Caraval games. So he's considered to be magical. It says so Scarlet and her sister go and they play the game of Caraval, guys, and it's just like this fun time of like magic and everything. Like, it's so much fun. I highly recommend this book series. If you were thinking about picking it up, pick it up because it's so good. So next book, guys, this has been on my shelf forever, and I kept telling myself I was going to read it, and I've never read it, but I thought, why not read it this year? It looks like it's going to be a quick read, and that is A Shadow Bright and Burning. I don't know if you guys seen this book. It was a long time ago. Yeah, 2016. So I don't know if you guys seen it when this was kind of being like advertised, circling around. I had the book. I think I actually bought this at like a resale place or pretty cheap. So I bought it, and I just never read it, and for a while there, it just didn't seem appealing, but I'm going to try to read it now. I did read the first 9 pages. It hasn't got my interest yet, but I still have hope. It's about magic. It takes place in Victorian England. And so when I found this book on my shelf, because it's been sitting there forever, I was like, why have I not read this sooner? And so I am going to give it a try this fall. Like I said, it looks like it's just a kind of a quick read. So I don't feel like even if I don't like it, I would lose too much time reading it. And the next book I'm going to read, and it's another one that's been on my shelf for a while, and that years ago was super popular, and I had it and I never read it. And again, I think I got this one too at a resale place as well. And that is Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik. It's not normally the type of books I read, so I am interested to see if I like it. But again, I think it's a fun fall vibe, but also, like I said, I got it for super cheap, so I don't really care if it doesn't end up being something I like. I've heard a lot of good reviews. I never read the other book, but I am interested to see what this one is about. Hey, and then the other books. This one I'm so excited to read. These are 2 books I planned in the summer I was going to read in the fall, and that one is Spells for Forgetting by Adrienne Young. I've read The Unmaking June Farrow back in January. I have a book talk guide if you're interested, and guys, I fell in love with her writing. I read one of her books like a long time ago. I think it was like Sky in the Deep, and I liked it. The book I read in January just like made me really like her book, especially her adult books. So I am wanting to read this. I feel like it has the word spells in it, so it's great to read in October. It says Emery Blackwood's life changed forever the night her best friend was found dead, and the lover of life, August Salt, was accused of murdering her. Years later, she's doing what her teenage self swore she never would, living a quiet existence on the missing misty remote shores of some island and running the family business. There's like a mystery, guys, and just I love it. And just look at this cover. Like, I just love the vibe of this cover. So I am excited to read it. I think it's gonna be just a really good book. Like I said, I really like the Making of June Farrow, so I'm really excited to this book, and I am excited to see the book she has coming out in January as well. And then the last book I plan to read this fall is Vampires of El Norte. I read books by this author before, and I really liked this. So I think this one has like vampires in it. It says, as a daughter of a rancher in 1840s Mexico, Nina knows a thing or two about monsters. Her home has long been threatened by tensions, but something more sinister lurks near the ranch at night, something that drains men of their blood and leaves them for dead, something that once attacked Nina 9 years ago. And unless Nina and Nestor work through their past and face the future together, neither will survive to see the dawn. It's historical fiction, I think, mixed with vampire. It sounds so good. I really like the author's other book. Her other book was just creepy. It was fun to read, so I am excited to pick up this book as well. Anyways, guys, I know that was a super short video, but I just wanted to share the books I was reading this fall. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!